Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Claudette. Claudette is the French female form of Claudius, which finds its roots in a prominent ancient Roman family name from the Latin nickname claudus, meaning lame, crippled. The Claudius family name dates back to the 6th century BC and was originally borne by a Sabine, an extinct Italic tribe predating the founding of Rome. There is no evidence that any of the earliest Claudii were lame. As a result, the etymology is sometimes debated. In any case, this patrician family must have not been too lame, because they were historically remembered for their haughtiness, arrogance, and disdain for the lower classes. For those familiar with Roman history, you'll recognize the name Claudius as having been borne by several emperors of the 1st century. The most notable of these was Claudius, who reigned as Emperor of Rome from 41 to 54 AD. Interestingly, he was hidden from public life by his family, who dismissed him as incompetent due to his disabilities, which included slight deafness, a stutter, and a limp. Apparently this particular Claudius was lame, crippled. He was declared emperor at the age of 49 after the assassination of his nephew Caligula. Turns out that old Claudius was not as lame as his family thought. He was generally considered an efficient ruler who engaged in many public works, expanded the borders of the empire, and took a keen interest in law. In the end, his 4th and final wife, the ruthlessly ambitious Agrippina, poisoned him to ensure the succession of her own son Nero. The main reason why names like Claudia and Claudette survived into the Middle Ages has more to do with the name's Christian connections. For instance, there's a Claudia, French, Claudette, Claudine, who appears in the Bible's New Testament. Paul's letters to Timothy briefly mention her. Tradition holds that Claudia took her name from the Roman Emperor Claudius as a way to honor him after he released her father, a prisoner from the then Roman province of Britannia, England, in the 1st century AD. She stayed in Rome, converted to Christianity, and purportedly became the mother of Linus II Pope. She is now recognized as Saint Claudia, and her feast day is August 7th. According to other Christian traditions, Claudia also happened to be the name of Pontius Pilate's wife, and, while he sat in judgment and ordered the crucifixion, she unsuccessfully attempted to convince her husband to save Jesus, although the Bible provides no supporting reference to this story. The French versions of the Latin Claudia are Claudette and Claudine, although neither name is very popular in France today. Personality of the girl named Claudette. The number 1 personality is a leader, strong and competitive. They are willing to initiate action and take risks. 1 personalities work hard toward their endeavors and have the ability to apply their creative and innovative thinking skills with strong determination. They believe in their ability to succeed and are too stubborn to be hindered by obstacles. Ones meet obstacles head-on with such mental vigor and energy that you better step aside. They resent taking orders, so don't try telling them what to do either. This is an intensely active personality, but they are also known as starters rather than finishers. They have a propensity to become bored and will move quickly to the next project if not properly challenged. They are the ones to think up and put into action new and brilliant ideas, but they are not the ones to stick around and manage them. This personality has an enthusiastic and pioneering spirit. They are distinctly original. Popularity of the girl named Claudette. Claudette made her debut on America's list of female names in 1930, and in her first 5 years on the charts shot up a remarkable 700+ positions. No doubt this was a quick ascent by any measure, so we knew some pop culture influence was at hand. As it turns out, the name's sudden popularity in the early/mid-1930s is owed almost entirely to the French-American actress Claudette Colbert, 1903 to 1996. Colbert came to America from France and quickly made a name for herself as a very beautiful and versatile actress, achieving early success in films like Manslaughter, 1930, Honor Among Lovers, 1931, and The Sign of the Cross, 1932, often paired with Frederick March. In 1934, she won the Best Actress Oscar for her role in It Happened One Night, 1934. Screwball comedies were her specialty, but Claudette Colbert could carry any role, as evidenced by the strength of her box office receipts. Obviously she delighted audiences, because the number of people who named their baby girls Claudette in the 1930s skyrocketed. By the 1960s and early 70s, the name Claudette had clearly lost her luster, and in 1973 she completely disappeared from America's Top 1000 list, and has yet to return. We are waiting for some of these French charmers to return to the charts and just wonder when that might happen. Italian and Latinate names have replaced French names in terms of popularity today, but names like Claudette, Colette, Suzette and Yvette are sure to return triumphantly one day. We just know it. Quick facts on Claudette. Gender, girl. Origin, French. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, not applicable. Pronunciation, Claudette. Simple meaning, lame, crippled. Characteristics of Claudette. Independent, successful, inventive, strong-willed, ambitious, individualistic. Cultural references to the baby name, Claudette. Popular songs on Claudette. A song by Dwight Yoakam, Claudette. Famous people named Claudette. Claudette Colden, African-American civil rights heroine, Claudette Worley, Haiti's first female prime minister, Claudette Colbert, French-American film actress, Claudette Rogers Robinson, singer-songwriter, Claudette Ortiz, singer. Historic figures with the name Claudette. Claudette Colbert was an American leading lady and a Broadway and film actress, especially during the Golden Years of Hollywood. She won the Academy Award for Best Actress in her saucy role as a runaway bride in 1934 as It Happened One Night, opposite Clark Gable, in which she shockingly lifted her skirts to entice a driver to stop for her. This was, by the way, the same film in which Clark Gable disrobed to show gasp he was not wearing an undershirt. Ah, such were the times at any rate, ms. Colbert enjoyed a long and happy career and life, appearing in such successes as 1944 Since You Went Away and 1947 The Egg and I. At a time when leading ladies were true Eladies Claudette Colbert personified the genre.